Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at the breeding room, recapping the breeding season just gone and what happened. Anyway, let's take a look. So first off, we started pairing last year about November time. So November of, what year are we in now? 21. So November of 2020. We started pairing. The original idea was to pair across 4 different months, spreading out the girls, so that hopefully we'd stagger the clutches and you know, be able to deal with the incubation of the number of eggs at once. However, that didn't happen. Currently, so far, we've had 3 females lay, 2 of which are ready to lay or ready to breed again. These 2 girls laid back in January, I believe it was. Lucy laid more recently. Her eggs have only just hatched. But apart from them, no one else has decided to do anything. But they're all building. I'm not sure what caused it this year. I don't know whether it was feeding regime, whatever. I know a lot of people have had the late season. So long story short, we didn't get anything. We didn't get nothing. But we're getting it all now. So if we take a look at some of these girls, for example, these girls are currently very bloody big. They've been feeding like crazy. They've been pairing like crazy, and we're now looking at a lot of females coming up to ovulation very, very, very shortly. So we have our clown girl paired to 2 males actually. Banana pinstripe clown and the super enchilesa clown, same as this. Pastel het clown girl, nice, big and chunky. She was also paired to the same 2 males, so banana pin clown and super enchilesa clown. Looking forward to these. Some of the girls, for example, have only more recently started to pair. This is one of those girls. She's a big normal het clown girl. Gives us very large clutches. However, they've only just started pairing. So they're not close. They'll sort of be, we've got 2 sets of girls. We've got girls who are still building from the season just gone. And looking like they're going to start to ovulate and moving towards that ovulation stage now. And we've got girls like this who look like they're a bit, you've had them. You don't need to eat me. She's in deep blue, bless her. But we've got girls like this one who've only just started pairing, and so they'll be sort of hopefully more typical time for this coming season. Speaking of ovulations, there's actually one taking. Oh, good lord! There's one taking place now. Our phantom het hypo. Let's not disturb her too much, but I will lift her. I think she's actually on the tail end of her ovulation at this point. But this phantom het hypo, who proved out hypo last year by some miracle and by random chance, we repeated the pairing. So phantom het hypo to banana GHI het hypo, and hoping for some similar odds that we got last year. Hopefully, a few more GHI hypo bits. That will be really nice. In a similar vein, we have our high intensity orange dream Enchi file. She's now off food. She's been bred to the pastel DG het hyper, which is actually a snake from Python Junkie. So she is off food. Ovulation hasn't happened yet. She's been off food for a while. She did just shed last week, wasn't it, Jay? So we suspect that might be the pre-ovulation shed. She wasn't crazy feeder, and now she's really simmered down in terms of she doesn't even take it anymore. We noticed that she went from ravenous feeder to more and more reluctant to feed to now won't take anything. So we're hoping that's a good sign. She's a nice size now. She's put on some good size. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that's another ovulation inbound very shortly. And there's some animals here that we're working on. I mean, this is probably a good pairing to show. Unfortunately, this boy is still only learning how to lock. He hasn't actually got the hang of it yet, but it's our unknown whatever clown het hypo. And he's got a number of females he's supposed to be seeing. This is just a standard straight hypo girl. Hopefully some fresh blood will entice him. He is seemingly trying, although we can't get him to invert his MEPs. We know he's a male. But he is trying, well, kind of, but he's not successfully locked yet. He's also seeing a number of our other hypo girls in hopes that one of them will eventually take. Also then recently we discovered that this spot nose fire girl that we got from Stuart Payne over at Ice Reptiles, she actually has some seriously large follicles, and she was not playing ball for us. She didn't really want to feed. She's the only female that our clown male didn't successfully breed. She really did not want him in there. So we've been working on it for a while. However, the other day I just randomly decided to palpate her, and she has some very, very large follicles in there. Follicles that I noticed on that Phantom girl just, a few weeks back. So that was exciting. We plopped the clown male in there again with her, and sure enough, he locked to her. Now, I know Stuart introduced I believe it was a Coral Glow Orange Dream Yellow Belly clown to her, but he didn't witness a lock. So I wonder whether there was a lock there, which is why she's built all her follicles, or whether it was just the introduction of the male being in the presence that's, got her to build her follicles. But I would say she's got at least 25mm follicles based just solely on the size that I can feel in her. So she could well be well on her way to ovulations and producing us a clutch. Now, producing some spot nose fire, Enchi, lesser, het clowns will be nice. Yeah, there they are. Boom, 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 boom. They're about that size. They're big. And I know it's not poop because she's only had 2 Maltese with me. So they're definitely large follicles, and I'm very, very excited about this one. So Heterozygous, what are we doing with Heterozygous this year? After producing the red matrix last year, and I'll show you in a second, he's actually in with a girl. We decided this year we have a few het red projects going on. First of all is this girl who we're loaning and keeping from Python Junkie. This was originally produced by Scott Maskell over at New Gene Bulls. And we believe, based on Scott's recollection of this animal, that she is a super pastel lesser onyx. So super pastel lesser heterozygous black pastel. So she's, if you will, double super. All her hatchlings have to be pastel, and they have to be either heterozygous or black pastel, because het red and black pastel are allelic, making the onyx combo. We've actually bred her to the super enchi lesser clown. So the idea here is we're aiming for white snakes. A white snake would guarantee, because the male is super enchi, it would guarantee that a white hatchling would be, bear with me here, it would be a pastel, enchi, het red or black pastel, super lesser, because she's lesser, he's lesser. So they'd be super lessers, they would be guaranteed enchi and pastel from her being super pastel and him being super enchi. And then the only thing we wouldn't know is it het red or is it black pastel? Either way, it would be het clown. And that's very exciting. So this is one way we're getting het red xanthic into clown. Bearing in mind that all her hatchlings have to be either het red or black pastel, we should have a nice variety of hatchlings in there to work with. Unfortunately, she isn't the most patterned snake in the world. And I truly do believe that is the influence of the pastel with the black pastel in the onyx combo. I'm not a massive fan of pewters. This is basically akin to a sterling, like a sterling lesser het red, if you want to call it that. So she's not the most desirable for me in terms of patterning, but she is gene packed and she is a nice way of, and I'm just palpating because I have this tendency now. She is a really nice gene packed girl to make some lovely, lovely hets with. So in continuation with Het Red, that's our Het Clown pairing for this year. Obviously we want the Red Matrix in Clown. He's trying, bless him. He's still diddly, but he's got sperm plugs and he's trying. Let's see if I can squeeze my finger here. Sorry, go. So this is our Fireman. We don't know if this one's yellow belly, but she's definitely Fireman. The Red Matrix from last year, he has held his colour. She's peed on him. He's held his colour tremendously. He is producing sperm plugs now. And so I've begun introducing him to the females in hopes that he'll begin to work out breeding, essentially. I'm not stressing the fact that I want him to lock right now, but I do want him to start becoming accustomed to being in with the girls, and he does seem to kind of understand what's supposed to happen, but he hasn't quite got it yet. This is only his second ever time out of his own tub since he hatched, so give him time. So also we have the Red Matrix's mum, our pastel Heterozygous girl. And although the one bowl hugging you'd think is the female, it's not. That's the male. He's the male that we believe to be the blackhead Mojave Heterozygous. We understand that he came from a pairing between a blackhead leopard or blackhead Mojave. No, yeah, blackhead Mojave leopard, I believe, was the sire to him, to an onyx. An onyx being a black pastel het red. What it has to be, it's not leopard. It has to be blackhead Mojave and either black pastel or Heterozygous. Based on the color of this animal, and based on the examples I've seen of this combo, but with the black pastel, I strongly believe that this boy is het red. Now, we're taking a little bit of a risk, not with her, because a blackhead onyx, which if he was black pastel would be the outcome here, would be fine. But with another girl we're breeding him to, we'll find out for sure either way. But the outcome, hopefully, from this clutch will be essentially a black-headed Pastavi Heterozygous. So that will be nuts. All those genes will work fantastically well together. So really looking forward to this. He's also breeding, if we move back here, he's breeding our Fireman yellow belly girl. Now this is the one where depends on what he is. If he does indeed turn out to be black pastel, then we could potentially hit that black pastel cinnamon combo that is known for having defects. I'm willing to take the risk because I'm banking my money on he is het red. If he is het red, this is a nuts pairing. This could yield, bearing in mind that Heterozygous and cinnamon together is called a gargoyle. So it could be a blackhead Mojave fire yellow belly gargoyle. So blackhead Mojave fire yellow belly cinnamon Heterozygous. That will also be an absolutely fantastic animal, especially where there is no pastel here in the mix at all. We won't hit the pewter stuff, which I'm really looking forward to. We won't hit, I don't think pastel works in this combo particularly when you have cinnamon or black pastel involved. So I'm really looking forward to this pairing as well. So hopefully we'll have some really, really nice Red Matrix level Heterozygous stuff this year. Fingers crossed, good eggs, good clutches. Odds, not clutches. Clutches too, but odds. So, now, Champagne. Champagne, we're excited this year. Oh no, that's a pastel leopard clown. I didn't do that intentionally, I swear, I promise. This one is the one I wanted. So, our Champagne pastel desert ghost girl is off size now. She's eating fantastically well, she's doing great. We're breeding her to the pastel DG hypo in the hopes of making some lovely hypo combos that are het for hypo, or possibly het for hypo, but also to once and for all prove to myself and just so we know she is 100% visual desert ghost and not just an extremely nice het. Don't think she is, but this will also put our mind to ease. It means everything in the clutch will be desert ghost and we can move forward knowing that, and I can put clown in there not having to worry. We're also working with this lovely lady who's unfortunately now in shed, this champagne leopard female. And this is a joint pairing. By the way, that's a joint pairing between us and Python Junkie because it's using his male. We're using his male, a different male. Again, with this girl, we'll be putting the red stripe Mojave Enchi to this female. So hopefully, Justin made the, what was it? A red striped champagne leopard, and it was freaking crazy. But this will also have the potential of having Enchi and Mojave. I'm not sure about the Mojave. I'm willing to take the risk for the Enchi. So some exciting stuff with the champagne stuff for us for sure. I mean, I've got a champagne Enchi who's now coming up to breeder size. She'll hopefully be going to the bamboo for some interesting things there. There's a few females here that are getting up to size. That's Bumblebee. We have Phantom Hypo. She's not quite there yet, but she's getting there. She's about 1,200 grams, I think she is, last time I weighed her. So she's slowly but surely getting there. She's also around about the same size. So these girls will probably be going on later in the year. This girl is almost there as well. This is our pastel double het clown pied. Breeding to a pastel double het clown pied. Taking a book out of Matt Cutter's Matt Cutter's pairings from last year, where he did that pairing. Unfortunately, he had 100% double het. We have 100% het clown, 50% or 60%, 6%, I can't remember, het pieds. We pick them out of a clutch where they're most likely to prove out pied, but fingers crossed they do. If they don't, I'll cry, but it's fine. We'll pick up and we'll move on. Hopefully we'll have some Matt Cutter luck and they'll both prove out and we'll hit just, I don't care, just a pied. We'll be happy because then I know I've proved them both out as pied. But even a normal clown pied, I'll be happy. I can get back into pied with my clown. It'll be nice. So Matt Cutter, send me some of your luck. So guys, that is a slightly in-depth view of the breeding season. I haven't gone into every single pairing, but I've gone through some of the highlights that we were looking forward to. Hopefully now, these little green tags will start to continue being added. These green tags means good to go. It means either ovulated or off food showing signs of ovulation. This girl has now ovulated. So once she's ovulated like now, I'll put the tag here. That tag means I'm waiting on her to lay. And then, you know, pre-lay shed, whatever, we'll keep records of that. Hopefully very soon now, we'll start to see more and more girls. I think the next couple girls will be, hopefully, that spot nose fire. We're looking at these the clown girl, the het clown girl. The pastel het red is quite close. Our het pied stuff is looking really promising. There's a few others across the collection that are getting to that stage now where they're very close to ovulating. So I'm hoping we'll have a heavy Christmas. We might not have a heavy Christmas as far as eggs go, but we'll have a heavy Christmas in terms of ovulations and securing those eggs. So we should have a really early season in some regards. We're kind of disregarding last year. The girls just decided to do what they do. But alas, I imagine they've all had a year off. So we should have a nice load of clutches to cut in the early part of the new year. And then another load of clutches. I mean, we're working on about 45 girls at the moment. So we'll have another load of clutches that will hopefully come more towards the normal time where we're expecting, because they're breeding now. So sort of June, July cutting, kind of that sort of time. If you enjoy this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe, and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Your support does mean the world to us. If you have any questions about our pairings, let us know what your favorite pairing was, if any. Let us know how your season went. If you were breeding this year, or if your first time breeding, you bred before, did you experience a late season? I know many people did. We experienced a ridiculously late season, but it's picking up now, and we're happy. That's gone. You know, during the waiting part, that's hard. Once the waiting's over, it becomes easier to stomach all the time we waited. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna stop rambling. Until the next video, don't forget one more time to hit the like and subscribe button. Leave a comment down in the comment section below, and until the next video, we'll see you then. Bye.